Hi there, it's Rachel with Xena, and today we're going to be working on loose leash walking. This is really important because Xena is a big dog and she has a lot of muscle and a lot of energy, so a lot of times she can drag you around. We don't want this to make your life, our life easier, and also to show Xena that we are the alpha dog. We decide where we go for a walk. It's not up to her. So I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that will help you with this. And try them both out and see which one she responds to best. And use that one primarily, but definitely try both for a while. You may have to switch it up. So the first method is called the back method. Now, what that is when you have Xena out like this, have her hold the end of the leash and give her the full leash. That way you can tell when she starts pulling. And this gives her some room to where she gets to explore some, and she does get to check things out, see everything, smell it all, but it's still up to you and you're controlling the walk. So I'm going to start walking her around, and I'll show you when, after holding the end of the leash, once it gets tight, I'm going to snap my fingers or pat my leg. I'm going to pat my leg since I'm not good at snapping, and say, Xena, back. And that will get her attention, and I'll pull her towards me, and then we can continue for the walk. So that adds slack to the leash. So this is what that looks like. We're walking. She's got the whole leash. Xena, back. That was perfect. Okay, so you have Xena, back. Girl. All right, she responds really well to that. All right, so she is pretty calm and comfortable out here. Xena, back. Good girl. She responds super well. She is calm and comfortable out here, but when she does get excited and she's ready to go somewhere, it's important. If she starts pulling, plant your feet, get a good stance, and then say, Xena, back. Tap your leg or snap. That way you don't get pulled any further. You stop her and you bring her back. And then once she's back like this, where we have lots of slack on the leash, we can continue forward. So she's doing well with that. End of the leash. Xena, back. And normally you wouldn't go backwards, you would just keep going on your walk, but since there is a limited space here where you can see the video and all, I'm just trying to show you the technique. So, leash is pulling, Xena, back. Good girl. Now we don't usually use treats for loose leash walking because the treat is that she gets to continue her walk. And you don't need to give her extra food. It's when she calms down and stops pulling, she gets the reward of continuing her walk, but on your terms. So that is called the back method. And the other method is the turn around this way method. So I'll show you what that looks like. Xena, come here. And this is practice. So she has a full leash. And come on, Xena. Once she gets tight on the leash, say, Xena, this way. Xena, this way. Xena, this way. So here, I'm just walking back and forth. I'm not yanking her. I just give a little wiggle to the leash. I turn around and I just go in the other direction because I'm the one that gets to decide where we go for the walk. Xena, this way. I don't have to yank her, just a little jiggle. Xena, this way. Is more than enough, and you can see I have all this leash. This way. All right. She responds really well to both the back method and the reverse method, where you just turn around and go in the opposite direction. So, at home, you need to be practicing this every day if you really want to see the improvement. I think you should practice with her and Abel separately until they both get the hang of it a little bit more, because dogs definitely have the pack mentality where they get a lot more worked up the more of them there are. So practice, for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, and I think this should really help. She's very responsive to both, so that's great. You can do whatever works best for you in the situation, or you can find the one that works best for her. I hope this helps. This was Rachel and Xena working on loose leash walking.